the 1616 timeline. The shit, bro. They definitely MCU'd the fuck out of Mortal Kombat. Hey, but these costumes though, there's a lot of cool costumes in this. I'm really hoping to pick up a few of these somehow. But that Reiko haircut looked very much, bro. This right here to me is one of the trippiest fucking things I've ever seen. The amount of characters in this roster can, like, you can't even really pinpoint who's who. I feel like Lee May needs, you know what I'm saying, needs her story to conclude somehow. Alright, it's time to finish this, y'all. Armageddon.
There is nowhere to run, Shang Tsung. Nowhere to hide.
As goofy as this is, the combat itself, the choreography is actually cool.
The threat you pose to them ends today.
Goofy and everything else, but the combat is nice.
That this battle will end in your favor.
It can end no other way. Because across all timelines, the arc of history bends toward justice.
Does it? In this timeline, it bends toward me. Behold, Liu Kang, the hell I unleash upon you.
Now imagine if it was not Quan Chi coming out this portal, but imagine this was Onaga coming out the portal, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, I'm here, I'm king shit," and then he just kills Shang Tsung right there and says, "I am the ruler of all the realms." That would have been a way to bring in Onaga and to make it a huge surprise. The amount of different costumes that are in this game that are still, I don't think everybody has unlocked like 50% of the costumes that are available in this. I know there's people since the game came out, I've been collecting them. In fact, I'm probably really far behind in terms of that. I haven't played none of the seasons except for the season of the Spectre. I'm kind of wondering what they're gonna do for next season. If it's gonna be the Sub-Zero or if it's the reptile stuff. Man, that's the season of the Cryomancer right there. That's that costume. It's pretty sick. I think my favorite part about this story mode is the mix and match characters. There's the Quan Chi and Garrus.
Fight.
Quantum Chi, bro. Actually, that's not a bad name for a character. Yeah, what you think was gonna happen, Quantum Chi? Oh shit. Well, which one is this? Is this It's just Scorpion? Just the lady Scorpion? Yeah, I like the way she come here. Sounds funny as shit. Sit your ass down. Okay, now we got a Kano Sonya blade.
You will be a dish best served cold.
A Sub-Zero. Oh, damn. Wow, I was thinking that low attack was gonna save me. Bro, what's up with my inputs, man? Fuck. My inputs is getting horrible. I think my reaction time is starting to slow down a little bit. Fucking ninja mime. Ooh.
Lightning will strike you down.
Oh shit, a Tanya Raiden? Okay. Get your ass out of here. Yeah, the fusions is really cool. Man, look at Kung Jin, bro. All the combat kids right there.
Allow me.
Like, I'm glad we got Takeda back, but okay, Jackie and Cassie Cage, they can go. They really weren't that authentic of a character. They were a fusion of their parents. But Kung Jin is a very unique character. Same with Takeda.
Thank you, Katana.
I mean, he shares some similar things with Scorpion, but he's still his own character, though.
I can't wait to drench myself.
Is that an Ermac? An Ermac Sindel? I mean, not Ermac, a Reptile Sindel? There's quite a lot of like weird fusions in this. Kung Lao Raiden, that's pretty dope. I need all these costumes.
You won't see another sunrise.
Yo, a Johnny Cage Baraka?
Assist me, Quan Chi.
Oh yeah, I think there's like a test your might moment here. Yeah, that was definitely payback for stabbing Kenshi in the eyes. Ooh, yep. Test your might. Here we go. Yeah. Take that, fake Melina. I thought this was cool as fuck too. Quan Chi and Shang versus Quan Chi and Shang. Like, what? Excuse me? What in the multiverse shit is going on here?
For Shindo and for Outworld.
Bro, we need this smoke costume in game. I'm serious. NetherRealm Studios, what are you doing? Make this a real costume. Make Cyber Smoke a real costume, bro. Look at this shit. It looks so good. And he would look cool when you playing Cyrax and Sector with him. What is this, Ermac? Oh, it's just a female Ermac as or body, the female body of, but just same moveset as Ermac.
It's only a little further, Li Mei. Follow me.
I was gonna play this game as Raiden because it makes more sense, or the ending is Raiden, but I was like, fuck it.
Your defenses have
I ain't gonna worry about it this time.
This is over.
It doesn't really change
I do
anything.
not think so.
Just lore wise with the game, like it would make sense that Raiden would be the chosen one to fight this battle. I don't care about the lore this time though, cause like I said, it doesn't change anything. If it did though, that'd be cool.
You and your followers. And once you are dead, all timelines will be mine.
Yo, Liu Kang was really holding it down for a little bit. That is a cool Quan Chi outfit too. I haven't seen that one yet. Probably the season of the Necromancer or something like that. Man, look at this fight scene though. Like, you can't really hate the fight scene. This fight scene is sick. It's all on you, Li Mei. Finish the shit.
Your position is precarious. To survive, you must submit.
Yes. The question you must ask is, if Liu Kang couldn't finish us, how possibly could you?
Very carefully. Let me show you the mix-up game. Haha. You just got knocked the fuck out. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to fight him again though this time.
You have done more than enough. Please permit me to end this.
Oh wait, that's right. Wait a minute. Wait. Was it really that easy? Bro.
May that be the last we see of you.
I used Shang Tsung like a floor rag, bro. That man spent more time on the ground than he did standing up. That's crazy, dog.
Hold it together. It's falling apart. You must return to your timeline before this one collapses.
But I am in my timeline.
Thank you for your aid, Li Mei. May we one day meet again.
I don't know. Shang Tsung went down way too easy. It's not like the boss fight with Shao Kahn and MK9. MK9's Shao Kahn was so fucking obnoxious and strong, bro. Like he was scary to fight. You definitely did not want to bum rush him.
Well, the studio thinks it's fiction, not fact.
Shit, even to an extent, Shinnok in MKX wasn't that much of a bitch.
Nope.
His corrupted form was way powerful. And then, of course, any other boss in previous games before this.
You know, I've written in parts for all of you, if you want them.
Us? On screen?
I mean, they're cameos. But like they say, there are no small parts.
Thank you, Johnny. But we must decline.
But Raiden...
The new initiates arrive tomorrow. We must return to the Wuxi to begin their instruction.
Of course.
From what I was hearing was that Liu Kang's friend in the original timeline, Kai, is gonna be trained by them in at this point.
But my work to revive the Tyra is starting to pay off.
Kung Lao and Raiden teaching the new generation is gonna be Kai.
I know better than that.
I don't know if anybody remembers Kai from MK4, but he old school. He's one of the classics.
Johnny Cage. Which is why I must now depart.
Off to Outworld.
I low-key would have loved to see Fujin in this game, though,
Her
man.
father and her sister, Melina, is receiving plenty of good advice.
There's so many different characters, like Kung Lao,
There are a few threats to a rule.
and Raiden raising the next Shaolin monks. Could easily, honestly, we could probably see Kung Jin that way, and Kai.
Their roles as Earthrealm's guardians.
But there's so much about this timeline that's so different. It's kind of hard to estimate where it's gonna go next. Well, I don't know. I guess WB's kind of predictable.
Is there anything we can do?
You can kind of look at. I kind of predicted that Shang Tsung from the old timeline was still alive. And then when it happened, I was like, I fucking knew it. I remember me and my girl were watching the video. We watched the whole thing, the whole playthrough from beginning to end.
The rest of your evening.
Right before it happened, I was like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
All of you. You have served well as Earthrealm's champions.
No, Liu Kang. Thank you. Joining up with you really has changed the arcs of our lives.
I am glad.
All right, gentlemen. If you're finished, there's only one thing left to do.
Who's gonna pay the
Which one
bill?
of you gets the bad news?
Yeah.
Not me.
Somebody gonna pay this damn bill.
3 mil in the hole on Sento. How thick's your wallet, Takahashi?
Thick enough. But seems to me our hosts are on the hook. They did invite us.
You think we have money? The Shaolin live modestly.
Easy, Kung Lao. They're teasing you.
Don't worry, Father. I've got this covered. Besides, my business manager tells me I can write this whole thing off.
The realms are in safe hands.
Alright, y'all. Let's recap, okay? Let's, for a minute, look back at this story mode, right? Now that we've actually gotten the chance to play through the whole thing together, how are y'all feeling? Like, overall, choreography-wise, story-wise, the flow of the actual campaign. Did it actually flow? I think it actually flowed okay. I think like everything kind of went hand in hand with each other. There were times where it felt like it was kind of chopping in different sections of the story. Like there was some stuff that happened in between certain chapters, but for the most part, it did flow quite nice. It wasn't the worst. At least not until it got to this like multiverse timeline shit, and then like it had like this massive Armageddon fight. It was okay. It definitely ain't the worst story. Honestly, I think the worst fighting game story has to go to Street Fighter V or even Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Infinite had a fucking horrible story, which we're gonna play at some point too. But this ain't the worst. People saying this is the worst MK story is also lying to themselves, because at least in this story, the characters that were supposed to be like the chosen ones are the ones that got, what I'm saying, they actually fulfilled their destiny. When it came to MKX, they really pushed too hard on Cassie Cage being like the new savior of Earthrealm. It really wasn't that horrible of a story. I liked it. I liked it as it being a campy bullshit story. I think that's where it shines the most, is that like Mortal Kombat is really trying to be campy. Oh, and here we go. We got the end credits cinematic. We get to see Titan Havoc. Which honestly, this is where they really could have like blew the lid on a lot of things, right? Instead of giving us a Titan Havoc, this is, if they weren't gonna show us Onaga at the end of Armageddon, they could have shown Onaga here. If the surprise was him being the next big boss character, that would have been crazy. Or give us any of these like high tier enemies. But I honestly think Onaga probably would have been the best thing. Or give us like a Damashi, like an actual physical form of Damashi. That would be cool. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just speculating as something we already know is the case. The Titan Havoc is the main baddie of Chaos Reigns.
Had I not been here for it, I would have thought it impossible. Warriors from across timelines, clashing in combat. The blood, the death, the chaos.
Yo, that Kenshi outfit in the back is the shit.
Lord Havoc. It's unfortunate it all ended so fast.
Really like that Kenshi costume.
The next time, it won't.
But yeah, so T-Man, what would you rate this story if you had to give it like a best out of 5, right? I think best out of like a rating of 10 is kind of crazy. I think like out of 5 stars, what would you put it at? I think it was a little bit above average, just because of the actual combat scenarios and like one, I would say like the choreography really holds up quite well. I've seen way worse in the MCU. I think the story kind of takes a point off for me. The flow basically adds another point to it, I think. The multiverse timeline thing kind of takes a point for me, though, because like I kind of just tired of it in so many different games. But I would say presentation-wise and everything else that is a positive for this gives it. I would probably give it a 5. Not 5. Shit, I'll give it probably like a 3, man. Maybe like a 3.5. Where it could have done better is probably keep it as a grounded, stable storyline and not try to branch out with multiverses. Actually make this a... Okay, yeah, so we were on the same page. About a 3.5. It's not horrible. It's not the best, but it does have a good presentation graphically and in so many other ways. The roster of characters, I honestly felt like this is probably the most variety we've gotten from a story mode, from a NetherRealm story mode. It's cool that we got to try out pretty much majority of the roster in this. I mean, out of 15 chapters, I think every character had their own specific chapter. That's 15 characters out of like a roster of 25? So we were really only missing like 10 characters that were not playable in the story. That might actually be one of the better varieties when it comes to campaign. I definitely will say the MK1 story is better than the Chaos Reigns story, which we'll definitely have to discuss when we do our Chaos Reigns playthrough. I don't think I'm gonna do Mortal Kombat tomorrow, but we'll definitely return for Chaos Reigns on Friday, and we might do it a little bit earlier too. I usually start my streams around 6 my time, but I think I'm gonna try to bring it to like a 4, maybe 5 o'clock Central Time. So for East Coast, it'll be 6 y'all time and 3 for the West Coast. Overall, though, I think, yeah, me and T-Man definitely are on agreement here. 3.5 seems about reasonable. I can't give it lower than a 3.5 because I did genuinely enjoy it. It did keep my attention, even though I already knew what was gonna happen. I did enjoy the game enough to continue through the story mode. It didn't feel like I was forcing myself to play through it. It wasn't like a drag or anything like that. Speaking of other Mortal Kombat stories, I do have to replay all of Mortal Kombat 9, and hopefully we can fix the bitrate on Xbox, because that was the thing that kind of killed the stream the first time for me. When I went back and watched the old VODs, man, the quality, the bitrate of the stream just did not hold up very well. It was very fuzzy and it was crashing a couple times. I mean, I liked streaming. I thought it was fun, but I also felt like streaming on Xbox just wasn't holding up very well. And then, of course, we still have MKX and MK11 story modes we're going to be doing. Once we finish Chaos Reigns this Friday, we're going to go ahead and start our MKX and MK11 playthroughs next week. From there, I don't know. What do you think, T-Man? Like, despite knowing what was going to happen in the story, did you enjoy the stream? Did you enjoy the show? And like, did you find anything new or fascinating about the story at all? Like when we was going through it, how we was pointing out like, oh shit, like wait a minute, these characters were basically soft announced. They were basically in the story somewhere, but they weren't present during these sections of what we could see. Like I said, I'm still disappointed at the fact that there were 3 big fights in the tournament that we didn't get to see. Like, those three fights were quite important actually. And I think it would have padded out the story just a little bit longer, but it also would have given us context as to what happened before. But it was kind of like, oh, congratulations, you beat all three of these characters, now the final boss. And I'm like, what? Like, why? Honestly, on that front, bro, the fact that, okay, hear me out. The reason why, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I might give it just a 3 instead of a 3.5. I'm gonna take a half a point off of this, but because this is super important. But Mortal Kombat is about the tournament. So why in the hell did most of this story take place outside of the tournament? We really didn't get a tournament game. Most of the events of MK1 happen outside of the tournament, and like one chapter is devoted to the actual tournament itself. And at that, they skipped like 4 fights, probably more. We only got to see like probably 3 fights total. Was it Li Mei, General Shao, Melina? Was it Melina or was it Kitana? Or and Tanya, and so there really wasn't that many fights for the tournament scene. Like, that part of the story kind of came and went really fast. You wish they could have added some more. I truly feel like they could have added some more to it. And then they made this Chaos Reigns DLC, which really didn't add on anything to the story. Kind of just adds on to the whole Titan Havoc taking over and doing his own shit. And like I said, we're definitely going to be discussing that. We're going to be talking about that more in depth when we actually do our playthrough of Chaos Reigns. Is it a functional story? Is it more functional than this? No, not at all. Honestly, I feel like this is still light years ahead of what Chaos Reigns' story did. But I honestly, I wanna on a second thought with that, that's why I want to play Chaos Reigns, because I want to be able to, I don't know, break it down a little bit more in detail. I want to like collect my thoughts a little bit more on the way this story functions. Like, what was NetherRealm's creative process when they were thinking about, you know, oh, well, this character should do this, and then this character should do that. What big baddies should we do for our expansion? Honestly, if the expansion would have been nothing but Onaga taking over all the realms, people wouldn't have been so aggravated. But it's like, okay, Havoc is cool and all, but I don't think he's deserving of being the big bad of the next story. I thought we were done with Titans, and this was supposed to be the game that kind of ended it, right? That's the reason why Liu Kang got rid of Titan Shang Tsung. So what they should have done here is a portal got left open, or something like that. The Kamidogu or Shinnok's amulet opens up something, you know, whatever. Like, make some bullshit up, but introduce Onaga into the story, and that would have been so hype. People probably would have, I dare say, the sales of Mortal Kombat Chaos Reigns would have been so much better had they announced Onaga as the main baddie at the end of this story. If he was the end credit scene, good lord, their sales would have been skyrocketing in value. The only time we've even seen anything about Onaga in the story is Shao Kahn's ending, his arcade ending. And I think there's a couple of other endings that talk about Onaga more in detail, but it's like, I don't want to see this in pictures. I want to see this character fully animated and like fully voiced and out on the field doing things to disrupt the heroes from succeeding, you know? Like, that would have been such a cool story. like I said, not all is lost. Honestly, I think MK1 has good value in a lot of other ways. Story wise, I think it's a one and done. Once you finish the story, you're kind of like, oh, God, it's okay, right? But really, where MK1 does shine is gameplay. You got your aerial combos, you got your ground assaults, you got a good projectile game. You have cameos that can cover for characters that may be slower or they may have weirder frame data than other characters. So those cameos will make up for those. The cameos feel like they have a way of making an even playing field for every character. I respect what NetherRealm tried to do with this game. And for that reason, I have to say, personally, it's not a horrible game. It's really not. I've watched so many YouTube videos recently, people just shitting on Mortal Kombat 1. Oh, it's the worst Mortal Kombat. Oh, it's a shit game. Oh, this, that, and the other thing. Oh, there's, all my favorite characters are not in this game. The roster sucks. It's like, are you tripping? Are you smoking crack?